If you're a heavy-duty athlete and the words Ironman or marathon don't scare you away, then we have something you may want to hear. Arguably one of the toughest endurance races in the world, the Israman-Garmin Triathlon combines lengthy distances across a variety of unforgiving terrain, and the 2017 challenge starts this January. Joining me today is Meydad Levi, event manager for Shvoong, to tell us more. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
So first of all, can you tell us a little bit about what exactly is the Ironman Challenge and what does it consist of?
Well, first of all, the Israman-Garmin Challenge is basically a long-distance triathlon. The standard triathlon is a 1.5 kilometer swim, a 40K bike, and a 10 kilometer run. And the Israman-Garmin is a 3.8 kilometer swim, 180 kilometer bike, and we finish off with a easy marathon, 42.2 kilometers of running.
Easy marathon, no problem. Yeah, I just wanted, I found some conversions just to put that into context for some people. That's almost 2.5 miles swimming, 112 miles on the bike, and a full marathon of 26.2 mile run.
140 miles, 0.6, all in total.
Oh man, and how did it start?
Well, basically, in Israel, the Israman was run by an individual, private individual, and he ran it kind of locally for a few years. And after Shvoong came in and grabbed this challenge, for the past 5 years, it has grown as triathlons and endurance races in general has been more popular in Israel. We can see today almost 2,000 participants in this challenge altogether.
So what makes the Ironman that, different than an Ironman?
Well, the Israman is basically the same distances as an Ironman, but we have to remember that like you said, the terrain is really unforgiving. Not only the terrain, but the winds. When you talk about 112 miles of biking, first of all, it starts off with a nice, at least 15 miles of uphill towards Netafim cross-border, which is really up high, and it's very cold. It's between 0 and 3 degrees Celsius. So it's really cold up there. And during the bike, you have a lot of unexpected. It could be crosswinds, it could be headwinds, and it's very, very tough and cold.
All right, so if I wanted to check out the competition, how many participants? You said you're averaging 2,000 now.
Yeah, we have people that are participating in the full Israman challenge, which is, like you said, the 140.6 miles. And of course, you have the people who are participating in the half distance, which is 70.3, just exactly the half distances. And you have people are doing threes. When you have relay races of 3 people, cool. Each one doing each discipline, which is nice. You have 3 people. They could be family members, they could be classmates, they could be friends, and each one of the participants takes part in one of the disciplines. It could be the bike, the run, or the swim.
So what are the typical demographics that you get as participants come in? Like age range.
Well, you'd be surprised. We have very young athletes, as young as 18 and 20, and usually endurance races are usually the age is between 35 to 45. That's the main population, but you have a really wide range. You have women over 60 and 70. You have it's really a wide range of participants all across the nation, from the north, from the south.
And they're these like 70-year-old people. They're completing this race. They're finishing.
They're completely in this race. They're totally committed. They're scheduled. They're every day, especially now, which is about a month before the Israman. They're totally dedicated because this race is not something that you could just decide that you want to do it.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. What does the training look like to do something like this?
Well, first of all, you have to take the training seriously, because this is not a triathlon. A triathlon is something difficult, but an Ironman is something that you have to achieve some kind of some kind of a path that you have to walk along. And usually, most people who are novices in the field, they usually join up with a team. You have triathlon teams and you have long distance teams here in Israel, and you have quite an abundance of teams. It's a small country, but you have just in the center, in the Gush Dan area, in Tel Aviv area, you have something like 20 to 25 teams which participate in long distance triathlon. And usually what you do is you join a team, you sign up for you get a training program, and you follow it. And these training programs could be from 6 months to up to 8 months.
Oh, wow.
But if you're a novice and you haven't taken part in any triathlon, you just don't sign up for an Israman. You have to go through some kind of a path and some kind of milestones along the way to achieve an Israman.
Is there like some sort of elimination process that the Israman keeps people out, or?
Well, basically, you have to pass. You have to go a medical test, and you have to prove that you're healthy, and that you're allowed to participate in any kind of extreme or endurance races. Second of all, you have to stand within the cutoff times, just like every long distance race. You can't keep the roads closed forever. So basically, you have a cutoff time for each discipline. So let's say after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if you're still on the bike segment, they'll cut you off and they'll say, sorry. You don't go home, you go back to the hotel.
All right, so just one quick question. What are some of the best and worst finishing times that you get on this triathlon?
First of all, I don't believe there is such a thing as a worst finishing time. And
in this sort of thing, you're right.
I believe that even the cutoff time is there for a reason, for logistical reasons. You can't keep it closed. But basically, everyone who finishes an Ironman, deserves the credit. And of course, up until today, you have in the last year, the world records has been broken around the world, not in the Israman. So you see the world is getting better. But Israman, because it's a really tough race, you have a sub 10 result. Under 10 hours is usually a kind of a dreamy result. World record is less than 8 hours.
God.
So and that was achieved this year. So what sounds almost impossible for you is less than a day's work for some of the people.
Wow. Well, we hope that it's an enormously successful event. I'm sure it will be. Please, for all of the people who are watching, register if you're into it. And yeah, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.